In this video, I'll show you how to fast track your AI images to the first page of search results on stock photo sites like Adobe Stock. I'll show you why there's no better time than right now to get ahead of the game and get prioritized by Adobe's algorithm. This is the first video in my series on mastering AI poses, where I'll be teaching you how to create and perfect character poses using AI, including the hands, feet, and full body movements, all nailed with precision. I'll be sharing my step-by-step process to save you time and frustration. Welcome to Stockpix. I'm a professional stock photographer with over 15 years of experience. My photography has been downloaded more than 500,000 times, but lately I've been diving into AI as the industry evolves rapidly. Be sure to like and subscribe, as I'll be sharing the latest tips and techniques that I personally use for my business to get great results. Let's jump in. Okay, we're looking at the Adobe Stock website. It's one of the largest stock photo platforms in the world, and also one of the few allowing creators to upload their own AI-generated images. AI has created sort of a new frontier for the stock photo industry, and Adobe seems to be going all in with AI. So this has created a rare opportunity for AI artists to get noticed quickly, and that's because Adobe seems to be prioritizing AI images. Let's have a look at what I mean. So first, we're going to pick a very general pose, something as simple as a high five. When we search in Adobe Stock, we see close to 80,000 results. These are images and videos of businesses, pets, friendship, teamwork, doctors, and teachers. You can see how nearly every industry can make use of the high five. Okay, so now let's set a filter to see only the AI-generated images. Scroll down to the Generative AI section and click Generative AI Only. I want you to look at something here. These are the top results as they stand right now on Adobe Stock for the high five in the Generative AI category only. What you'll notice is that these aren't accurately portraying a proper high five entirely. That's because it's very difficult for generative AI to understand proper poses, even with something as simple like a high five. We see this image of a teacher holding her hand up and no one is there to meet it. This one here, if we zoom in, looks more like a pinky high five. It's not awful, but it's certainly not the clear, perfect high five we're after. And this image here looks like a man who's giving more of a salute than a high five. Even though this is the very first page of results, we're seeing a lot of issues. But I'm curious if any of these AI-generated images are appearing at the top of the main search results. Let's go back over to the filter section and change it back to all. Now we'll see every result for high fives. Basically, out of close to 80,000 results for high fives, Adobe is ranking what's most relevant. This first page is what someone sees when they type high five under all results. What we're going to do is hover the mouse over these images and we'll see a little icon for the images that are AI generated. And already about 8 images in, we find the first AI image on the first page of results for high five. That's remarkable. And we keep going. Here's a shot of a dog, another AI image. And here's yet another AI image. Here's another one where he's not high-fiving anyone. Remember that teacher image we saw earlier? Here she is on the first page. Oh, and there's the pinky one again. Wow, out of all the 80,000 images and videos, these AI images are appearing in the top page. What we are seeing here is that Adobe Stock is most likely giving priority to AI images in some way. Basically, they may be adding an algorithm to give weight or priority to AI images as they are moving toward integrating AI pretty quickly in their platform. So if you're an AI creator and you're looking to jump into the stock photo space, this is a unique time to possibly fast track your way into getting noticed by the algorithms. Okay, let's refine our search a little bit more to see if we can really make the most of this. When we search a general term like yoga, we can see there are nearly 3 million images under yoga. So let's refine this search a bit. I found a website called Pocket Yoga, which shows all sorts of yoga poses. Let's pick one. We'll pick the crescent lunge pose, a very standard pose. Going back to Adobe Stock, we type yoga crescent lunge pose. Okay, here we can see 1,400 images and videos for crescent lunge pose. That's a bit better. But if we go over to the left again, filter generative AI only, we have only 7 results for that specific pose. Only 7 results. And if we look at them, they're not really correct. One has the torso leaning forward when it should be perpendicular. Another one is some kind of silhouette that doesn't resemble a crescent lunge at all. There's even a random cow meditating, not exactly what a yoga instructor would want. So if you created a correct AI crescent lunge pose image and uploaded it to Adobe Stock, you'd immediately be on the first page for that specific pose under generative AI. But now let's switch back to all. Remember what I said about the high five? Adobe Stock is giving weighted priority to AI images. Let's see how long it takes to find an AI image. As we hover right away on the first page, maybe about 15 images down, we see an AI image. Considering there are only 7 AI crescent lunge pose images total, that's impressive. If we spot another one, that's even more amazing given such a small number exists. And here we go. This is on the first page. I know I might sound surprised, but it's because I know how long it usually takes to get on the first page of results. So now that we had a look at Adobe Stock and we see how they're prioritizing AI images, let's have a look at Dreamstime.com. Dreamstime is another long-standing stock photo site that allows contributors to upload AI-generated images. We'll search for the same pose we explored earlier, the crescent lunge pose. And to note, by default, Dreamstime has their search set to photos under the filter. So when we search, we get about 393 results, which is a lot fewer than Adobe Stock. A lot of these are great photos of the crescent lunge pose, but if we're looking for AI-generated images, one thing to note is that contributors on Dreamstime must categorize the images under illustrations. So when we switch to that category, we find 453 illustrations for the crescent lunge pose. And look, there's a familiar image. We see this reverse silhouette crescent lunge pose. This is one of the 7 AI-generated crescent lunge pose images that we saw over at Adobe Stock, and here it is. It's at the very top of the illustrations category on Dreamstime. But what we're really looking for here is how Dreamstime prioritizes AI images across all their content types. So let's go up here and let's switch to all content, which includes all photos, illustrations, and videos grouped together of the crescent lunge pose. And right away, we see that the same reverse silhouette AI image shows up as the second overall result. That's pretty shocking. Out of 882 total media for crescent lunge pose, this is ranking at the very top. But let's go over here and let's change the sort filter to best selling. And when we do that, we notice that things shift. The same reverse silhouette image disappears from the first few pages. And in fact, after some digging, we find it buried at the bottom of the 3rd page of the search results. That's a dramatic difference from being the second image overall. And so what that means is Dreamstime is most likely prioritizing AI images like Adobe Stock is, even if they're not selling as well as some of the photos and illustrations that are in the same category. In the next video, I'll show you exactly how I create AI-generated images with perfect poses like the crescent lunge pose we explored today. If this video was helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click the bell notification so you don't miss the next tutorial. And by the way, I just launched Stockpix.ai. It's a new website, a platform built around giving and sharing. You can download AI-generated images for free, share your own work, and even connect with patrons who want to support or commission you. I highly encourage you to check it out and reach out to me, say hi. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.